My favorite thing about playing high school sports is definitely the community it builds.
It's taught me leadership, it's taught me resilience.
Many people might go on to not play collegiately, but they can take a lot of skills that they learn and use it in their professional life, in their future careers.
High school sports are worth protecting because it gives students an outlet to grow, to become a leader, to become what they want to be.
Okay, welcome back to Passaic County Technical High School in Wayne, New Jersey. We are here for match number 3 on mat number 1 of today's quad of girls wrestling, where we have the Passaic County Tech Bulldogs, the Mount Olive Marauders, the Vernon Vikings, and the Parsippany Hills Vikings. So James, third match. Of course, we got the Passaic County Tech Bulldogs, who are 2-0 on the day, going against the Mount Olive Marauders, who are also 2-0 on the day. So this sort of will decide who has had the best day at this quad and who's going to leave here 3-0. We're going to find out momentarily.
And both of these teams have really come down to the last match to decide who those winners were going to be, especially when we cover PCTI here. They already won by 1 point against Vernon in the first round. Then they went into criteria in the second round against Parsippany Hills, and now it could go to the same way. If they can win by this match here by at least 1 point, it's going to be really great, but they're going to have to watch out for girls over on Mount Olive side like Molly Smythe, who was a real top-notch girl wrestler, and they have some girl wrestlers that they might be able to come away with this with 3-0, but PCTI has been impressing today, so I would not be shocked if they could be able to pull out on top.
And we're going to start the action at 114 pounds.
Skyler.
For the Mount Olive Marauders, we're going to have Skylar Sostak. And for PCTI, we got Ashante Ruiz Santana. 114 pounds, kicks us off. Match number 3 on mat number 1. A little easier here with the singlets, James. The Mount Olive Marauders are going to be with the red anklets, black with red trim. Passaic County Tech Bulldogs, black with the blue and gray trim and the green ankle bands.
You know, it's just slightly a little bit different, right? I would say, especially in mascots, because you have 2 Vikings teams, the Battle of the Vikings on the other mat there, but you also have the Marauders, and then there's the Bulldogs that just happens to be like that one random one that just makes it in.
Exactly.
Something that our technical director, Zach, and I were just talking about prior to the broadcast.
Our referee for match number 3 will be Alex Mella. We have had him on mat number 1 the entire day so far. He's a 2-year carded official from Lodi, New Jersey. Been doing a great job today. And a good segue, are you a former wrestler or coach looking to give back to the sport, but you don't know how? Sign up to be an official. The New Jersey Wrestling Officials Association is looking for new officials. Okay, we're 45 seconds left to go in the first period at 114 pounds in our opening bout. No score so far. Ruiz Santana from PCTI and Sostak from Mount Olive. Pretty much holding center. I haven't seen a real serious shot attempt as of yet.
Yeah, I mean, if PCTI can kind of keep these kind of matchups to be like 0-0 going into the third, or just wrestling their kind of matches and wrestling physical and aggressive and defensive as well, too, that's what they're going to really need.
And we got a 50-50 situation here, and Sostek has Ruiz Santana in trouble. Short time, though, James, 5 seconds.
Put that golden elbow right there, as you can see.
Golden elbow, and time is going to run out.
Saved by the bell, of course, as they say.
Skylar Sostak with a big 7-point move to close out that first period. Gives her a 7-0 lead heading into the second period. And Skylar Sostak will start on bottom. We are at 114 pounds.
Definitely one of those matchups that PCTI wants to keep the minimal points into this bout.
Absolutely. Looking to dig in a near side half. Good pressure forward by Ruiz Santana.
Just holding on to that wrist and doing a good job with it.
Yeah, Skylar Sostak just kind of looking away. Threw her hips up a little high here. Not sure. Kind of stuck in this position here for a while. Now I think Skylar's going to be able to get out and face her for one, possibly. Ruiz Santana from PCTI still in control here. You'll see the referee holding his hand out with the green armband. That is signifying that Ruiz Santana is still in control.
Yes, definitely, and you could just tell that she has that control still, but now she's riding a little bit too high.
Now, yep. Good opportunity here for Skylar Sostak if she wants to reach and grab that head. But Santana does have the boots in.
Again, we see.
There we go. This could be a fall here, and it is. Big pin for Skylar Sostak from Mount Olive, and the Marauders jump out to a 6-0 lead after 114 pounds.
This is where coaching really matters in this matchup right here, as she was able to shake her off a little bit but get the defensive pin for her to get 6 on the board for the Marauders.
Let me thank one of our sponsors, Sarinelli and Associates, Accounting, Tax, and Consulting. SarinelliCPA.com. You can call them at 973-927-3300. Sarinelli and Associates. Tax season is quickly approaching. Before you know it, there'll be that deadline.
Oh, yeah. W-2s are going to start coming in within the next week here for if you're an employer somewhere or an employee somewhere. They're coming in.
They're coming.
The new year's here, finally. It's tax season.
Okay, we're going to get wrestlers checked in at 120 pounds. For Mount Olive, we have Ava Drew. And for the PCTI Bulldogs, we have Christelle Fiestas. Christelle Fiestas from PCTI, Ava Drew from Mount Olive. And again, the Mount Olive Marauders are in the black with the red trim and the red ankle band. Passaic County Tech Bulldogs in the black with the blue trim and the green ankle band.
Yeah, and a really good defensive match and a chess match right here between these two girls, too. As you see, Drew, one of those girls for Mount Olive, is expecting to do some big things here. They've got a lot of girls in this lineup that we're going to be seeing, especially one girl that they have, too, who's currently injured right now. That's actually from Randolph wrestling for the Marauders, of being like that co-op team.
Right. Well, we're approaching a minute gone in the first period. Again, no real attempted shot here, no real serious attack by either wrestler. To your point, Jane, just kind of feeling each other out, hand control, pulling on the head a little bit. Let's see who's going to pull the trigger first.
These are kind of one of my favorite matchups to see, this defensive wrestling, being able to see who's going to figure out each other first, who's going to make the shot first. You know, I just love defensive wrestling.
And they're kind of what they're doing, and to James's point, being defensive right now, they're looking for an opportunity. They're looking for a window, something they see their opponent is doing. You pull a certain way, your opponent reacts a certain way, and you look to pull that trigger with a shot. And the first one to take a shot is Christelle Fiestas, but defended well by Ava Drew. 20 seconds left. Let's see if Ava Drew pulls the trigger on a shot of her own here with short time to go. I would think she would, but let's see. Five seconds. Looks like we're going to head into the second period scoreless. And we are. Okay, we go into period number 2. Mount Olive's choice. And Ava Drew from Mount Olive is going to take the defensive position to start the second period. 0-0. Mount Olive with a 6-0 lead after a pin by Shostak at 114 pounds.
Very close there to a locked hands. I thought that was going to collapse because anytime, even just the slightest bit, kind of almost looked like it right there too. I thought she was going to get hit for it, but
I think the referee was on the far side. I didn't think he saw it because I saw those hands locked. I saw it right over that wrist.
which I guess it's just sometimes it's a conscious decision sometimes when you're kind of under this kind of pressure to ride somebody out and just kind of trying to turn them. You know, it happens. It happens all the time.
Absolutely. Fiestas is still in control here, even though she's out front. You'll see referee Mella is still holding out the green band, meaning Fiestas is still in control. So no change there. We're still 0-0. Wrestlers got to break free and clear for that escape, and Ava Drew is unable to. So Fiesta's still in control. Approaching 1 minute to go, second period, 120 pounds. She continues to spin out front, James. I'm not sure if she's looking for a cement mix or a bow cradle, but Fiestas continues to come out to the front.
Yeah, I mean, this is the second time at least that we've seen it. She might see something that we're not seeing, especially with being in those front headlocks. That's one of her favorite moves, and a lot of favorite moves for girl wrestlers as we see is front headlocks.
Good mat return there by Fiestas. She remains in control, and now she's looking for a turn.
It'd be very crucial if she's able to get out from here and end it with a 1-0 lead.
That would be critical. A short time escape here would be big. But now we got almost a turn. Referee says no back points. And it looks to me like Cristela Fiestas is going to ride her out the entire period. I noticed Drew is peeking up at that clock a lot. Usually that leads towards someone that's tired. She's been peeking up at that clock, and she had an opportunity to escape, was unable to. That's okay, but I would assume that Cristela Fiestas is going to take bottom, and she does. Got to get out.
Yeah, got to get out any sort of way, escape, reversal, anything of that nature. You have to, and she's looking for a switch.
And let's see if Ava Drew can return the favor and ride her this third period. Good pressure forward. There's that switch you just talked about, James.
And again, just facing in front of Drew is Fiestas.
Okay, there's going to be the 1 point for Cristela Fiestas of PCTI. She now has a 1-0 lead, so we are neutral here.
I think it was a little, to me, it just looked a little bit early to give the one because I think she was still trying to go for the reversal.
Now Cristela Fiestas looking for, I'm not really sure, sort of a headlock, but she does have Drew on her back now.
Yep.
That is tight. And we have a big pin by Cristela Fiestas from PCTI. 6 points for the Bulldogs.
A tightly matched, as I said, I love defensive wrestling, but in this kind of situation right here, when you get an escape and you're facing forward and you're going in and you're getting a pin right there with just a basic half Nelson, always is going to get you 6 every time.
6-6 after 2. And a bit of a pin parade continues these last few dual meets we've been seeing.
Now, have we gone to, I know we've had one tech fall, but have we seen a regular decision or a major decision? Have we seen a match last for 6 minutes yet? I don't think we have today.
I don't think so either, James. Now, this is the part in the broadcast where I would say I'll go to my scorecard and I'll check, but I don't keep a scorecard, so I'd be lying to the audience. I don't think we have.
Capucci.
Okay, we're at 126 pounds. For Mount Olive, we have Samantha Capucci. And for the Passaic County Tech Bulldogs, we have Tiana Diaz. Diaz versus Capucci. 126 pounds. And Diaz is in on a shot already, and she's going to get 3 to go up 3-0. 20 seconds into the first period. She's got a wrist, and she's running a half. She's running it hard, too. And she's going to turn Capucci. And, James, this is tight.
Yep, I think this is going to be 6.
It's going to be 6. Diaz with the fall at 30 seconds of the first period, and that's going to put Passaic County Tech up 12-6 after 3 bouts.
Yeah, and I think that's just really good for what Diaz was able to do. Had a really good day here for the Bulldogs and got that quick 30-second pin and put themselves on the board for the first time and giving them the leads 12-6.
She looks solid.
Yeah, very solid for this Bulldogs team. You know, this is definitely going to be a team that's going to grow continuously to grow for the future. And like I said, they have opportunities where they can choose, and if people anywhere from Passaic County can choose to go over to Tech as well to be a part of this great growing program.
They really are a growing program. Solid numbers. They are deep. They have options. And as we've seen before, they got some hammers in this lineup, especially up top.
Yes, they do. I mean, their heavyweight of 235 is a headlock machine, threw in headlocks all day today. And, you know, this PCTI team ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Let me tell you that.
Okay, so we're at 132 pounds for the Mount Olive Marauders. We have Molly Smythe. And for Passaic County Tech Bulldogs, we have Rosalind Valera. And as I'm speaking, Smythe picks up and returns Valera to the mat for 3. 3-0 Smythe, and she's sucking her back here, trying to get some swipes.
And Smythe, one of those girl wrestlers, comes from a wrestling family. Her father's the head coach for the boys team at Mount Olive. Her brother wrestles for the boys team.
And it's showing right there, James.
Yep, absolutely. And she only started as a sophomore in high school that I just got word on prior to the broadcast today. Only started as a sophomore, already as a state medal winner for the Lady Marauders, that is. And, yep, it shows it right there, too. She was able to go ahead, work on her thing, and being able to put her in that Turk position, get the pin right there. That's a favorite move by Molly Smythe that we have seen today here at GSHSW Wrestling.
For the Bulldogs, Stephanie.
And, of course, that ties our score at 12 between the Mount Olive Marauders and the Passaic County Tech Bulldogs. And we move to 138 pounds. Getting our wrestlers checked in. And for Mount Olive, we have Kiana Hernandez. And for Passaic County, we have Stephanie Pluma. Pluma versus Hernandez, 138 pounds. I don't know, James. Tied 12-12. I have a feeling we're going down to the end again. Just a feeling.
It does feel like that, doesn't it? Especially early on, where you're seeing a pin parade here with just 4 straight pins.
Yep. Just a reminder, we are bringing you today's action via GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site. Garden State HS Wrestling is the premier destination for all things New Jersey wrestling. Okay, we got a little bit of a scramble here. Let's see who's able to come out on top. Pluma is looking to throw a headlock. It looks like it's an illegal headlock is my guess. That's going to be 1 point for Hernandez. Pluma had that headlock locked up, James, but did not have the arm.
And now, especially if you don't have that strength to be able to just finish it just yet, you know, you have to time headlocks correctly. You don't want to throw in a sloppy headlock and then you get taken down on top of it, because one sloppy headlock, it can definitely change things.
Okay, we're under a minute to go. Just a 1-0 lead for Hernandez of Mount Olive on that penalty point for that headlock, illegal headlock by Pluma.
Again, she's looking for those headlocks.
Could be a blessing or a curse, those headlocks sometimes. You know, you see your wrestler about to hit a headlock, you want to yell no, and then they hit it and get their opponent to the back. You're like, yes.
And she, instead of trying for a headlock, she went for a beautiful double leg takedown.
That was a nice double by Hernandez. Increases her lead to 4-0. 15 seconds to go, first period. And she's got her pulled back here. She almost got some swipes.
Yeah, I don't even think it was a 1 count.
Hopefully he's going to finish the period on top, which he does. Well done. So Kiana Hernandez has a 4-0 lead heading into the second period here at 138 pounds. And Pluma from Passaic County Tech has chosen the offensive position to start period number 2.
And she definitely looks ready to go here as Hernandez looking like she's ready to go to get out. But, you know, caution is definitely one of the first ones we've seen. Actually, might be the first caution we've seen today.
I think that's the first caution we've seen today. The referee's been blowing that whistle quick, get him going, which I like. That was the first caution we've seen. All right, there's an escape by Hernandez, increased her lead to 5-0. And let me take a second, James, just to thank our sponsors, Legal Bay Funding, Performance Trophies, of course, the Harrington Companies, Estabilt Wrestling Club, and Sarinelli and Associates. Just a big thanks to our sponsors. Okay, 30 seconds gone, second period. Hernandez holding on to that 5-0 lead. And of course, the Mount Olive Marauders are in the black with the red trim and the red ankle band. The Passaic County Bulldogs in the black with the bluish trim and the green ankle band. Each wrestler sort of has a leg here. I would look for Hernandez to come out on top potentially.
Yeah, I think she's definitely near it, but of course when you're looking at
Pluma.
Yes, Pluma. If you're looking at Pluma, she might be able to say something different than that.
Okay, Hernandez does get the leg back. Now she should be able to spin. She's looking for more though. And she does put Pluma on her back. Swipe starting. That's going to be 8-0. 3 for the takedown. And we're going to have 4 back points coming up here. So it's going to be a 12-0 lead for Kiana Hernandez from Mount Olive. Yeah, now we're definitely in Tech Fall territory, James. Sorry, I stepped on you there.
No, you're good, and that's definitely a good point you brought up. One more turn, any kind of turn, 3 or 4 point turn right there, it could definitely put things to an end.
Okay, Hernandez from Mount Olive just did give up the reversal late in the period. Stephanie Pluma gets the reversal as time expires, so cuts into that lead of Hernandez a little bit. It's now a 12-2 score.
And a very impressive 12-2 right now, as both girls have been wrestling very, very good here.
No, they have. We got excellent effort from both girls. They're definitely feeling the pressure as we get through these matches. Each one's going to feel a little more pressure. We got 2 really good teams here. We're tied at 12. The wrestlers know that. All right, so we get a escape from Hernandez, and that's going to up her lead to 13-2 as soon as the scoreboard corrects. There it is. 13-2 Hernandez, minute 45, third period. She's in on another double, one right to the back. No swipes, but that's going to be 16-2. And we're just a point away, James, from a Tech Fall.
Yeah, that's really all that we have left is just that, and I think she'll be able to get it if she could just get this one last turn.
And as we speak, there's a reversal by Pluma to make it 16-4.
She stands straight up.
Now 17-4, so now a takedown will do it.
You can definitely tell the conditioning is definitely lacking right here. You could just tell that Hernandez is tired, but she's finishing.
To bring that, but she's going to finish that double, I think, here. And she's going to look for 6. This could be big. This could be a team. This is a team point on the line right here. It's either a tech or a pin. Let's see what happens. I think she's going to get the fall, James. That's basically almost like an extra team point there.
Oh, 100%.
Wow.
Very crucial right there for the Lady Marauders to get that 6 right there at the end of the third period. Kind of take a look at the replay right there. You know that she's trying to look for the twister, and she has her flat on her back, pretty much close to it at least, and putting that pressure and that chin into her chest and getting that pin. And that's a team point right there for sure that the Marauders absolutely needed.
And the Marauders are coached by Jeremy Mayer and assistant coach Mike Lyons. And our coaches for PCTI are Dan Smith and he is assisted by Michael Bastante. And I've already mentioned our referee for today's action is Alex Mella. All right, so that brings the team score to 18-12. Mount Olive Marauders ahead by 6 as we head to 145.
For the Marauders from Betsy.
Yep, that will be up to the 145 weight class, I believe.
Pounds.
For the Bulldogs.
And at 145, getting the wrestlers checked in. For the Mount Olive Marauders, we have Robexi Melendez. Melendez versus Victoria Frias from Passaic County Tech. Frias versus Melendez.
We saw Frias wrestle all day today. He's definitely been impressing for the Bulldogs, and she'll definitely want to get points here for her team, and preferably 6, if anything, because that's what they've been nicknamed today, the pinning machine.
Pinnings machine, absolutely, and she has looked tough all day, and she's already scored 3. So a 3-0 lead for Victoria from Passaic County Tech.
Yeah, she tried to throw in a cradle, and I kind of saw it was kind of the opposite way, or unusual way, so she's going to just run that power half.
Now she's just going to put that power half and run it hard, get on those toes and drive. Shouldn't capture that far. Shouldn't even have to capture that far wrist. She's looking up. She's doing all the right things, James. She's got to get that hand out of the way, which she did. I'm going to expect a fall here.
Yeah, I mean, she's definitely showing her strength, and she's definitely being able to.
I mean, Rebexi's giving a good fight there, but just a little too much.
A little too much of that pressure, a little bit of too much of that muscle.
From Victoria Frias.
Yeah, and that's a great solid win right there for her to get her team back up and tied up here at 18-18.
18-18. Reminder being brought to you today, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your county, your site. Please follow us on social media, Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, X, formerly Twitter, at GardenStateHSW, and Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling. We're so happy that you're joining us today. We got some great girls wrestling action here today from Passaic County Technical Institute. This is our 3rd match of the day of this quad meet. We got Passaic County Tech, who's 2-0 on the day, versus the Mount Olive Marauders, who are also 2-0 on the day. And wouldn't you know it, James, we're tied at 18.
Yep, I mean, is this really a surprise to us? Let's just be honest right there. We knew these teams were going to be trading off 6s. But, of course, Molly Smythe, the scariest of the scariest for PCTI, is what we could probably consider over. But these PCTI girls are just going to have to not take Mount Olive so lightly, and they're going to have to really go in and wrestle their match. And now it's all about minimizing bonus points and not having to worry about gaining as much.
Okay, for Mount Olive, we have Sadie Hagginson. And for PCTI, we have Ariana Romero. Romero versus Hagginson. PCTI in the black with the blue trim, green ankle band. Mount Olive in the black and red ankle band. 152 pounds, Romero and Hagginson. And Hagginson with a quick takedown takes a 3-0 lead. And she's looking for that far arm, it looks like. She's coming out to the front, which usually indicates either twister or looking cradle when you're coming out to the front. And she resets up to their feet. And Romero is going to secure the escape. 3-1 Hagginson. The front headlock looks tight, James.
Yeah.
Really squeezing on that.
But I got to give really a lot of credit here to Romero here for just not snapping down so easily. She's definitely making Hagginson work.
Absolutely. Expect a headlock here. See if Hagginson really wants to step in and throw it. I think she can if she tried. But this is a 50-50 here. And there you go. Romero gets the 3. So she will take a 4-3 lead.
Yeah, it's just one of those moments, obviously, when you're trying to, as I said earlier, you don't want to throw in the headlocks right in if you don't feel 100% confident in it, or you don't want to throw any front headlocks in, and that's something that Romero was able to counter off of from Hagginson.
And you made a great point. The reason Romero was able to get that 3 is because she did not get pulled down by that front headlock. Hagginson was really cranking on, trying to get Romero to the mat. And Romero did not give in, and then she's able to get a 3, and now she's looking at a turn. She's got Hagenson on her back. Ariana Romero's going to run out of time, but James, she's going to get 4. Big exchange there. Romero takes an 8-3 lead after being down 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge for the Bulldogs to get that.
8 unanswered points as we head into the second period. A lot of action in that period. Wow.
The most action that I would say we've seen today.
Holy moly.
What's our chances or what's our odds of this match finally lasting all 6 minutes?
I would love it. I would love it.
I mean, you got to have at least one in, right?
Got it. There's a clasp right there. I think the referee saw that. He did.
Yeah.
So we got locked hands on Romero. It's going to be 1 point for Hagenson. When you're on the mat, you just cannot lock around the body or the legs.
Again, that's a free point right there given for.
Good mat return. Romero riding a little parallel here. She's going to want to jump out to a side and try to work some, let's say a half Nelson would be your best bet here. Get a wrist. There she captured the wrist. Good pressure forward here. I think if she keeps running to that head, she may turn her here. Deep half would be what the doctor ordered. And she puts Hagenson on her back. And there is the fall. Romero, who went down 3-0 quickly, storms back and gets 6 for a PCTI.
Little shout out to Nick for delivering the pin for that. Nick Doctor, in other words.
That's just what the doctor ordered.
Yep,
that is
and
right.
she definitely stood up right there and definitely knew that she had a lot of things that she could have done with this. And, yeah, it got to 6 points. That's huge. That's something that definitely PCTI needed, 6 points or any more wins.
That takes our team score to Passaic County Tech 24. The Mount Olive Marauders 18. And at 165 pounds.
Gianna Wilkinson.
For Mount Olive, we have Gianna Wilkinson. And for PCTI, we have Athena Galindo. Galindo versus Wilkinson. And Wilkinson was looking headlock there, James.
Yep, again, don't throw in those headlocks. If you don't see the headlocks in, go for a nice double. Go for a nice single. You don't need those desperation moves right away. Take your time. You have 6 minutes to work. You have a lot of time. Don't throw in those desperation moves unless you absolutely need it in a crucial time.
In my experience, is headlocks are better later in matches when people are tired, a little more openings. To try to throw them when you first come out there, unless you obviously have your opponent completely dominated, it just usually does not work early in a match.
I couldn't agree more.
You put yourself in trouble most times. But the few times that it does work, I guess it can get addicting.
But it's better to be safe than sorry. Let's put it that way from a technical kind of wrestler and me wrestling in the middle and lower weights too over my course of my years of wrestling.
Yep. Yeah, I was a lower weights. I was just never a headlock guy. I don't think I ever threw a headlock in my life. Maybe one because it was just so there, but I just never went in with a game plan of trying to hit a headlock.
I was more into the cradles. I was more into leg riding, all that stuff that I know I could utilize with the lengthiness of my body. So
a cradler and a legger, that's a heck of a combination because cradlers are pinners and leggers are hammers on top.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Yep, I started doing it a little bit more because I knew I was very good on top, and I knew I could be very good on top. And it helped me a lot of times, and I was pretty good on bottom, not giving up the extra points so easily.
There you go. All right, so we got 15 seconds left in the first period at 165 pounds. Galindo from PCTI and Wilkinson from Mount Olive. 0-0. Short time. And I think we're going to period number 2 scoreless. And we are.
Yeah, even if Mount Olive can come out, we do finally get that 6-minute full match into this matchup here between the two teams. This would probably be the one that would do it. But, of course, Mount Olive wants to win by pin, obviously, to kind of keep up. But this would probably be a win for PCTI, just minimizing those points despite really being the pinning machine that they've been today.
And Galindo has taken the defensive position to start the second period. Ooh, a second caution of the day, James.
Yep, and a very crucial one at that point as well, too, with a 0-0 deadlocked match. You definitely don't want to be getting yourself into those positions of being caught with those cautions early.
Okay, Wilkinson looks committed to the ride right now. Are you a former wrestler or coach looking to give back to the sport, but you don't know why? Don't know how, you know why, of course. Sign up to be an official. The New Jersey Wrestling Officials Association is looking for new officials. Been there, done that, 10 years as an official. Enjoyed every minute of it, but family and kids got in the way. And that was the end of my officiating career.
Bless you for being able to take that opportunity to do so. I don't think I could ever do it.
Definitely ain't easy, but it is enjoyable. It's a good way to give back to the sport, a good way to stay involved.
Yeah, I just love being involved in the sport of wrestling, and it's just even in high school sports in general as well, too. Giving back, as you said, is a big thing.
All right, we got a minute gone by in period number 2, 165 pounds. Still 0-0. Wilkinson from Mount Olive riding tough on Galindo from PCTI. Look for Galindo to, I don't want to get to her feet here, but Wilkinson is putting on a tough ride here, James.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going great right here, and she is actually working to the side, which is even more important because you don't want to get hit for stalling on top because she is trying to work for working on the side.
15 seconds left. It would be real big if she can hold her down and not give up that one in this short time. Or even worse, you don't want to give up 2 with this short time. And oh man, 2-point reversal with 2 seconds to go.
Yep, that is.
Ouch, James.
Ouch is the right way to describe it. I mean, I think she would have gotten 1 at the very least, if not the reversal, because of just how in that control of like how her body was completely out from bottom.
And Wilkinson is now down 2-0 and taking bottom. And I'm sensing conditioning is going to be a factor here, just based on what I'm seeing.
This could be even better for PCTI if they can win this one in a regular decision. It could be that win that could help them out and push their lead even further, even without the pin.
Wilkinson did get the escape, but then she dived in. She dove in a little bit on the shot, so she's probably going to give up the 3, and she does. So Galindo from PCTI is now going to take a 5-1 lead, and she puts Wilkinson on her back. And that's that conditioning I was just talking about. I saw Wilkinson starting to fade a little bit. Good job by both wrestlers. Galindo with the fall. That's going to take Passaic County Tech's lead to 30-18.
I mean, that definitely could have been a 3-point match right there. If not for the pin, we still have
been the one. That could have been the one.
Could have been the one. I'm going to start keeping my mouth shut moving forward for the rest of the match and not even say we want a 6-minute match.
Okay, do you own a local business? Want to become a sponsor? Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor? Learn more. Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@gardenstatehswrestling.com. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site. And we're going to get a forfeit at 185. That was PCTI. Definitely had a hammer at that weight.
Yes, they did.
So I had a feeling there's going to be 6 either way. That's going to move us to 235 pounds.
Iona Campbell for the Marauders.
And 3 more.
Iona Campbell. Mount Olive. And for PCTI, Ellen De La Cruz.
Yeah, and I think this is crucial. I mean, these last 3 bouts here, you could still win this if you can, but you got to pin out here to try to take it at least into the criteria. Any sort of win for PCTI wraps things up for them and clinches the win.
That is correct. I believe your math is accurate. And we're going for a headlock here from Campbell. So 36-18, PCTI is up, 3 bouts to go. And it looks like Campbell's going to get a 3 here. She does. Minute 30 to go. Period number 1, 235 pounds. And now Campbell has De La Cruz in trouble. And she has plenty of time. What's she got to do here, James, to get that far shoulder down?
I mean, she's doing it right. Everything that she has to do is just right. She just has to stick that arm out, and she did.
The arm.
I feel like these girls are really listening to us as far as what they like giving instructions out, which is kind of unique.
That's a few times that has happened. Big fall by Campbell. Okay, want to give back to the sport you love? Scan the QR code below for more information on joining the TOP Wrestling the official association in the U.S. Scan the QR code. You want to become an official? We could use you. Like James said, the sport is growing. The girls wrestling is growing. We need more officials, and we'd love to see 2 officials on every match.
And the Marauders, Diana Narcisse.
So the Marauders are still alive in this match, but they got to pin this match here to still keep alive.
And we are at 100 pounds. And to James's point there, a 12-point lead for Passaic County Tech. This match and 1 more to go, so 2 pins for the Marauders would tie this match up. And who do we have? For Mount Olive, we have Luna Fares. And she is putting Jadalise Jimenez on her back. Jimenez and Fares.
And they give the 3, but I didn't see any swipes because they were out of bounds.
I did not either. So Fares from Mount Olive goes up 3-0. That's a clasp.
100%. You could see that all day. You could see that from like the far other side of the gym as well.
Referee Alex Mello right on top of that, saw the clasp. Cannot lock those hands when you're on top and you are down on the mat. So that's 1 point for Jimenez. Perez has a 3-1 lead here at 100 pounds. Minute 20 to go. Throws it to her back. She had those locked hands and she let them go as soon as she hit the mat. Learned from her mistake, which is good to see. And Mount Olive is gonna need 2 falls, James, like you said. And this might be the first one, sir. And there it is. A fall by Luna Fares. And James, dare I say it, it is now 36-30, 1 bout to go. Mount Olive gets a fall. We are going to be tied.
Yep, and just threw that half. Saw that opportunity because she was letting up that left arm and was able to throw the half in, get the 6, and puts her stuck right there. And like I said, we have a 6-point match. And Tommy, this is going to come down to the last match here. Can Mount Olive pin to keep themselves alive going into the criteria?
Then we got to break the rule book out again, James, I think. Oh, wait, we did have 1 forfeit, right?
Yes, we did.
PCTI got that forfeit.
Yep.
Criteria F. F as in forfeit.
So the way that it all is going to work out here, if PCTI, even if they get pinned right here, they're going to still win on that criteria.
Because we obviously haven't had any flagrant misconducts. We haven't had any unsportsmanlikes. So we're going to go, I think, right to criteria F for that forfeit. Wow.
And how many, for all the years that we've been involved in wrestling, how many times have you ever seen a quad, something like this, ever go down and have matches that were like, you know, they all came down to the last match and came down one on criteria twice in one day?
Never.
I don't think I've ever heard of that before. I've ever seen it. So maybe today, the PCTI girls, they might be able to make history.
And there's a quick 3 by Acosta. And let's see if she can seal the victory for Passaic County Tech. and avoid the criteria situation.
And the history being made here too, which I would like to see history being made, but of course you want to see the best team win, of course.
She is running that half. She can capture that far wrist is what she wants to do here. Acosta from PCTI really came out strong. But Samantha Oblin is weathering the storm right now. So keep your eye on conditioning for Acosta as she came out real strong. Sometimes that can bite you later in a match.
Especially in these lower weights, as you see, they're always going to out-condition. They could wrestle a full 6 minutes. They could even wrestle even more additional time as well, too, if they wanted to.
Oblin does get the escape, and now she is starting to stalk Acosta a little bit. And I did just see Acosta peek up at that clock. That tells me she may be getting a little tired. I would not be surprised if the script starts getting flipped here.
I wouldn't either, because it just, as you said, Tommy, it's all about conditioning, and conditioning matters in this sport.
Oh, yeah. 3-1 lead for Acosta from PCTI. She's trying to headlock here. And now she goes to her back. What I tell you, James, I had a feeling. Oblin has Acosta in trouble as time expires. And that is going to be a 7-3 lead. 8, I'm sorry. They had the 1 point for escape. 8-3 lead for Oblin from Mount Olive. We saw that coming. Acosta, to her credit, came out aggressive, maybe a little too aggressive. Oblin weathered the storm. Now she seems in prime position to take over this match, in my opinion. Just the body language is telling me.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely seeing it as it is, Tom. It's great to see how she was able to fight right back into it, and now she's up 8-3. It's a big 5-point swing now.
She's going to get a takedown here if she's smart. She should be able to finish this. Run around, run, and she'll get it. She's going to get it, James. That's 3 more. 11-3 lead, and now she runs the half, and that is probably going to do it. And James Clark, we are tied at 36. But we think we know the answer to who's going to win this match.
This is like deja vu. Like I feel like we've just seen this before. You see her, she got that takedown, double leg takedown, and she throws in the half. It's what all the Marauders girls have been doing all day today, is throwing in those halves and those Turks. Man, oh man.
2
the Marauders
matches in a row, 36-36. Criteria F is going to be the deciding factor.
Yep, and honestly, too, as we said, this could be state history right here with the home team winning every single match here by a point today, 2 that came down to criteria.
I've never even heard of that.
It's just ludicrous.
Wow. All right, just remember your coverage today. We're bringing you this from GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site. Follow us on social media. Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. X, formerly Twitter, at GardenStateHSW. And Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. All right, so we have wrapped up this match. We've wrapped up this quad, James, and we were talking about some history there, but let's focus on this last match here. Got down to 36-36. We know Passaic County Tech is going to win on the forfeit criteria F. What did you see from that match? What was the difference? Who was the aggressor? Take me through what just happened.
Again,
I'm still catching my breath, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely toss-up matches that turned into 6 points. I think that's something that we saw because have been on this mat all day today. We saw that from PCTI all throughout the day as well, too. Matches that we thought were going to last 6 minutes end up being 6 points. And that just goes to show you that PCTI doesn't come out of any kind of match that they wrestle in, no matter who it is, a Mount Olive, a Vernon, or a Parsippany Hills team. It doesn't matter. They come out on top because they push for that extra point.
They push that point. So, did we see a decision today?
Nope, not even a 1. Every single match we've seen today were all pins except for one tech fall, and that came within Vernon that got the tech fall. But every single match we've seen here today is a pin. And I see our tech director, Zach, is just laughing because he is just praising and saying hallelujah for this to be the fastest that we've seen in wrestling all year.
And just the last thing from me, James, is, again, I think this was a great day of wrestling. I think this just continues. It's going to continue to build on itself for the girls program in New Jersey. What a great day we had here, a quad. Four teams with full lineups. I think New Jersey girls wrestling is moving forward, and they're on fire, like I said before.
And like I said, this is like this is probably the best North Jersey quad that you're going to get with 4 great teams that are here. Maybe you can get some down by the Jersey Shore with Jackson and all of them as well, of course. But this is definitely, if you're going to watch some great wrestling, these are some four of the best teams in our coverage area that you got to kind of keep up with throughout the year.
This was a great day of wrestling, so we're going to say so long here. So on behalf of our production team, Zach Comer, Trent Truller, Joshua Ayers, and Kaylin Fortis, I'm Thomas Farquhar. This is James Clark, analyst extraordinaire, saying so long from Passaic County Tech in Wayne, New Jersey.